Thank you, Kai. We really appreciate your introduction. I will share my presentation. Look, we are in Mexico. We have been in Mexico for 25 years. Our group out of the east coast of Canada have built 3 mines in that period of time. And we've developed 2 more and sold them to majors. The last one 2 years ago to Agnico Eagle. This is our next project. We're very excited about this project, and we'd love to share here in the next short period of time, 10 or 15 minutes, what we have. I'm a securities lawyer by training. My job for the group is always to build the public companies and then acquire other public companies when we see an asset that we need to have, and in the end, sometimes sell them to, like we did 2 years ago, Agnico Eagle. This project we picked up at the bottom of the market. We loved it in Mexico. Very, very big land package, 30,000 hectares. It is 25 kilometers of the Sierra Madre running through it. But why we got it was exactly right here. We're garbage men. We pick up and found all of our mines, like all discovery in Mexico. There's no true new discovery, under and around the head frames of old Spanish or American mines. This was the best one we'd ever seen. 100 million silver equivalent ounces at over 2 kilograms per ton came out of this mine from 1908 to 1930. We needed to have it. We had seen, as Mexico in discovery, it's never one big mine. It's clavos occurring along this trend. And what we saw was the next one, unmined, untouched, the veins 3 kilometers continuing north. They go 15 kilometers each way. We have it all. But we were excited. We thought that was the next clavos, and we've proven it to ourselves that it is. We've drilled stuff up there as high as a meter of 10 kilos. 3 drills turning right now. We will have drill results imminent in the next week or two. It's an exciting time for the company. But also what we knew, it was the first part. All those veins that had been mined by the old timers and everything else on the mountain is surrounded by 150 meter wide gold halo mineralization from surface. We drilled off 1 million ounces in an open pit setting around that old mine. All the high grade gone in a year. I'll show you that. 43-101 compliant, how we did it. But the exciting part is everything else is also in that. So open pit mining and then go underground to get the rest of the high grade. Exciting stuff. Look, it ticked a lot of boxes for us. Very, very good things. We have full access to the mountain. We drive right into this thing from Hermosillo, where we've been based for a couple of hours, 2 years. It's 2 hours south. There's power line running right through this thing. What we loved about no Ejido, no native people issues. If you know Mexico, you know that can be complicated. None of our other projects over all those years had no Ejido, so it's very good. It's all ranch land. We have agreements to explore all of it with 5 or 6 ranchers there. We bought the middle 6,200 hectares. We have convinced ourselves this is going to be an economic deposit, one of our next ones. And we put that 6,200 hectares under our control. I paid $1.1 million for that. The rancher was willing to sell it. Royalty still intact. Many times we look at these projects over our quarter century there, and they've ruined them before you can get them. 30, 25%, 10%, 6% royalty. We have full abilities to exploit the royalty here. It's never been given away. Which is fantastic. So look, in 2017-ish, bottom of the market, we were able to acquire another public company called El Tigre Silver that had this asset for $12 million. Probably one of the best things that we've done in our time in Mexico. What an asset to get for that kind of price. It was absolutely fantastic. Look, let's tour the neighborhood a little bit. We have lots of analyst coverage on us. We launch actually a new website tomorrow. You'll be able to go and see there. We've got Stifel GMP has launched coverage. Echelon's launched coverage. Yesterday, I think it was Beacon's launched coverage. We're trading about 56 cents. Most of those targets on average are about $1.30 for us. A lot of people are saying we're looking like the next Silvercrest. That's exciting. It's big shoes to fill. But from our perspective, when we acquired this, we saw some of the similarities, and we're moving towards it. Low sulfidation epithermal system. There's Silvercrest. They're 95 kilometers from us, right on the same trend. Why that's what we can say, they are the same, 1900 and 1930. Big underground foreign-owned mines. Silvercrest, I think it was Swiss owned mine, and basically we all know what happened. They're incredible. Why were they there? Ours sat for 80 years. That sat for 80 years. Because the foreign owners went home. Everybody left. Silver went from $1.33 in 1929, the Great Depression, to 33 cents. And Mr. Eric Fear has hit a home run out of the park like no other. 3.3 million to 1.7 billion. Our market cap's only 125 million. We're just starting to do on the vein extensions and the area around the old mine what they did. Stay tuned for results. The proof will be in the pudding, but we feel pretty excited about where we're going with this asset. And a lot of the analysts, wink, wink, are starting to call us the next Silvercrest. Big boots to fill, but stay tuned for the next year or two, and we'll see how far we can take this thing. Look, it's all about team. Without a team, you shouldn't invest in a securities lawyer sitting in Halifax telling you he knows how to mine in Mexico. I've been there with our team for 25 years doing my part. They do the real work. Without them, you don't have the asset and you can't exploit it. Look, very interesting. I just saw that last presentation. Dave Duncan, 45 from Endeavour Mining. Very big connection there. I took this company public, Silver Tiger, for Dave Duncan. Dave Duncan was the lead geologist in VPX for a company called Etruscan Resources out of Halifax. He spent basically the last 10 years before this gig with Silver Tiger and being the founder of it in Africa. And he found Yuga and Agbo. He was the one who developed them. He was the one who put them in production. And they were then in turn sold to Endeavour Mining as the first assets. And as you know, you heard the speech, they core assets to this day, and they sold the Yuga one not that long ago. I think it was 2016. So that's the kind of team we have, mine finders. We didn't go back to Africa with this one. We married it up with a team that I've been working on with 25 years out of Halifax. They were the mine finders of Mexico. Out of Halifax with us, Ocampo went to 2.2 billion on the NYSE. Then El Cubo, the team put in production, sold in the end after being mined for a long time to Endeavour Silver. I think it was $250 million. We drilled off the Orion asset. That ended up being sold to Capital Gold from our group out of Halifax, and then that in turn was sold to Alamos. Sandra Gratuitous was the last one they worked on. We acquired another public company for $9 million, Animus, 4 years ago. We spent $9 million USD on it, delivered a 1 million ounce resource open pit within, I think, about 2.5 years, and Agnico took it off our hands for 110 million USD. That's what this team is capable of in Mexico. I'm very fortunate to have them to be able to exploit this asset. We have to go fast to see what's happening. What we're going to talk about here, I think we'll go to the next slide, is, look, we're not reinventing the wheel here. We've been working on low sulfidation epithermal systems in Mexico for our entire career. They're all the same, upper volcanic, lower volcanic, and it's that transition zone in between. Here you see that yellow rock going through the mountain where these veins come to surface. And basically we have these deposits. The beauty of ours, it's 150 meters wide, leads to that open pit potential. Look, real simple here. We drilled off an old mine, around an old mine, been mined out very quickly within a year, 1 million ounces in the halo. But the big prize, that's 25% of the way done. We'll add a lot of ounces, get about 90 million on that first pass drilling on that resource. But up here is the prize. All of those same veins continuing north, never been touched, never been mined. We have a drill here, here, and here. They've been drilling since September 15th when we get back in the mountain after COVID, and expect results from all of these very soon, and then continuously for the next 2 or 3 years. It's an exciting time for the company. A fourth drill is coming back to the mountain before Christmas, and we're going to keep adding to that resource down here. Look, very, very important slide. I want to take a minute to show you this one. And why basically we are so excited about this district, and that's what this is. Old El Tigre mine, we have all the underground mining records. We rebuilt the full model. You can see big American mine, 15 levels, went along the strike for 1,600 kilometers. I'm going to go plan view. The black is what they took out. Look at that. They took out a meter. The mine's filled with backfilled with 4 or 5 ounce gold. Sorry, 4 or 5 gram gold material as the waste rock. It was so high grade. Why it happened was because the sites Caleigh vein here and the El Tigre met. This was all kilo stuff. In here, up to 50 kilos per ton they were taking. 50 kilos. We'd never seen a mine that high grade. Why is that important? Because from our experience in building Ocampo and seeing all these other mines in Mexico, when you find the next clavos, the tenor of grade usually holds. And we're drilling stuff to the north, which I'll show you in a minute, as high as 10 kilos. So very exciting time. A lot of those results coming out. What we knew very quickly, and I have to show you this, is around this, the old timers want nothing to do with it. There's 100-meter wide, 150-meter wide gold halo of mineralization. That's 1 million ounces of gold. We drilled that off in a year. We haven't finished the job here. We're going to come back in with that fourth drill, add this part in. This vein here, the Sui was never even mined. We're going to add that in with the halo. We got our first 1 million ounces. That's going way up. The grade's going way up. The dips, it's a dip slope deposit. The strip ratio is coming down. You'll see a new 43-101 delivered following the one we have delivered already. Probably this time next year, there'll be some PEA components to that. We got about 90 million from the analysts as far as a NAV on that. That's going way up. Always underpin your market cap with real NAV underneath because you got real ounces in the ground. But the real story for anybody looking at entering now is right now right in front of us to the north. And I'm going to put in perspective here. There's the old mine, 25% of the way done with the resource just there. We'll get back to that. It's these 3 kilometers going north that you're looking at here. Never touched, never mind. All in that 150 meter LT gray zone. And why? Why did we want to get it? Because there's where we thought the next Clavos was. That's really why we bought this asset. All those veins, like at the old mine where they came together and that formed the Clavos, they've all come together again. Well, let's have a look at one of those holes we drilled. One of our last holes of the last program was hole 144. You can see it here in the middle, right there. 50 meters down hole, we got the Caleigh vein, a meter of 10 kilos silver, 7.3 real silver, the rest gold. We drilled another 50 meters and we hit the next vein, the Protectora, over a kilo there. First drill has been turning here since September 15th. Second drill is up here. We had a beautiful hole. That's 2 kilometers north in the unmined veins. Same veins from where they mined the old mine. 2 kilometers north. And we had a beautiful hole there, 1.5 meters of 22 grams per ton gold. Second drill's there. You'll see these drill results coming out, imminently. These are probably in the middle of November, third week of November. Third drill is now on the mountain, about 200 meters north of the end of the mine, all of that unmined. I think it's on its second hole, so you won't see some of those in probably December at the earliest. But really, we've got that whole 3 kilometers covered. Expect high-grade silver. But here's a very interesting thing, and I think this will really paint the picture of what really we're looking at. 2 last slides here. If you look at this, this is a cartoon of that hole I showed that intercepted the 2 veins, 2 kilometers north in the unmined veins. 10 kilos here, kilo here. But really, this is the beautiful part. This is how we're drilling this thing. Like this, these are the holes getting cut. Everything daylights all along this trend. We walk on it from the mineralization. We're hitting stuff 30, 40, 20 meters from surface. But what you're going to see is not only, let's use an example, this is a meter of a kilo. Let's just say we get a result, super high-grade silver like that. We love and are more interested in that 80, 90, 100 meters of half a gram, gram and a half. Like we drilled off of the old mine, that's leading to that potential. Won't be one big pit up there. We're going to delineate as we go. This goes for 2 kilometers now. We're going to delineate some pits up there. Look, what we were really excited about, that's the story, but this is what I'm most pleased about. When I bought this asset for us, 25 kilometers of the Sierra Madre. That's incredible for us to have. In perspective, where we're nibbling just on the surface here, that's the old mine we'd already delivered the 1 million ounces of. That's the 3 kilometers. 1, 2, 3 drills turning here. 4th drill coming in before Christmas. Finish that off. 15 kilometers. The other side of the mountain, the vein set occurs again. Another 15 kilometers. 2 mines here. Here, all in our land package. Geos are out there now. We've never had a drill bit in that. By next spring, you'll start to see them. This is a district that we've acquired. Last slide. We'll be focusing on this really for the next 6 months. There's that brownfields right in the middle. I own all the land. Money, look, it got silly in the summer. I was only going to raise $8 million. I was going to do a bot deal, private placement. End of August, we got approached. I was talking to the analysts. Everybody started to hear the whispers. We're the next Silvercrest. La, la, la. A lot of work to do before we prove that. But we raised 10, 11 million bucks. We were offered 25, 8 institutions and Eric Sprott. I pushed them back to 11. So we got 10 million bucks in the bank, 20,000 meters fully funded. My management team owns 15%. That's what I'm most excited about. We get out one of 2 ways, and we always do it the same. We build a mine and we sell it to a corporate. And the way you do that is you add ounces here by drilling.
Perfect.
You add ounces here. And then we move it towards economics with a PEA about this time next year. Kai, that's it. I'm at 15 minutes. I got it all.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. Glenn, thank you so much for joining us. Danke dir.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Make sure to stay in the chat. Glenn,
I will.
Mit verfügbar sein.
We'll go from there. Thank you.
Genau. Super. Thank you.